Hello, perv lords, scrub lords, and everyone in between. Let's see if I can't. There we go. Apologies for the cough. I've been kind of sick for the last 2 days. Well, Saturday and Friday, which is why there wasn't a stream. But I'm just not sick enough so that I can do. I was a teen. Nope. Nope. I was a teenage exocolonist. Oi. Sorry if you hear doot, 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 doot. That's me turning the mic on and off. Because I don't want you guys to hear all my coughing, any hiccups I might have a bunch of today and all that. I don't know what it is today, but today I want to be at least half decent. So, we lost. Oh, Anya. Speak of it and it shall happen. We lost Dad. And we lost good old kombucha. We have Oi. We have made an enemy of a boy. We also found a cute boy that gives us cuddles. That helps us lower our stress. Uno momento. And so, in our bit of, oh shit, we have no one else, all we have is the girl that we like and that cute cat boy that gives us cuddles. So we took up to raise our combat level after we had maxed out our perception. Because we will never lose a fight again. Without further ado, let's continue the game. The Helio Colony. Oh, sorry. Has anyone had burps with their hiccups? It's not a great feeling. But if y'all Well, remember, this is what our colony looks like now. I think I've just got the hiccups with the burpees and it doesn't feel good. I don't like it. Ow. I'm sorry if that's gonna be annoying for anyone. Because it's annoying for me. Oh, sorry. It was our reasoning we maxed up, not our perception. It says +1 friendship with Vase, but we're very much not doing friendship with him. There's a part of the new garrison you're not supposed to visit, deep underground, where the colony keeps dangerous animals that have been captured by the hunting parties and brought back to be studied. These aren't the cheerful fields where newly domesticated bristle slugs and float cows live out their days in peace and luxury. It's a grim place, filled with wild and furious creatures pacing in circles, lashing in the reinforced glass, shooting acid from their wherevers. You know this because Security Chief Rhett has brought you here today, past many secure doors, so he can show you what you're up against. You shouldn't... Oh, sorry. You should assume everything outside the walls is trying to kill you, he says gravely. Even if it doesn't look like it wants to sting or bite you, that doesn't mean it can't spray acid, release poison spores, liquefy your insides with a sonic blast, or release a deadly neurotoxin. He points to you. If you don't know what it is, expect it's deadly. If you do know what it is, you should know how to kill it before it kills you. He teaches you about various fauna, xenofauna, their habitat. At this point, they're not xenofauna. They're just fauna. What's back on Earth is xenofauna. Like, damn. Like, I'm not wrong. Their habits, behaviors, natural defense, weakness. Like always, he throws a lot of info at you and just expects you to be able to remember it flawlessly right away. Yes, there will be a test, he says when you ask. It'll be when you meet these monsters in the wild, and if you fail that test, you're dead. In fact, Rhett says, studying you ominously, you should be tested. Pop quiz. Salam Nico. Which animal has venom sacs and can camouflage itself so that you're likely to step on it? Don't worry, you won't die if you get this wrong today. Here's the thing. I can... Let's see. I should have a bestiary somewhere. Gallery? Nope. With endings? There are so many of them. What? Alright. Camouflages and likely to step on it. Well, air squid sounds like it'd be in the air. Manticore, I feel like you'd see a mile away. So it's a snap platter or a muck walker. Snap platter. Correct, Rhett says with a smile. They're they're like leg hold traps. They catch their prey by waiting for it to walk right on top of them. Then they snap shut and hold their prey until it gives in. Adult snap bladders can move slowly, but it makes them ornery, especially when they're heavy with eggs. The young are too small to hunt like this, but they have venom sacs. Not too dangerous to humans unless you fall into a whole nest of them. He raises his eyebrow. I don't suggest you do that. Super victorious. 7 to combat, 2 bravery, 18 kudos, 18 stress. Ugh, I got friendship with the fucking dude. Not cool. So what's happening around this month? Anything for me to grab? Any mushwood or anything? I want some mushwood. I want some mushwood. I just remembered. Your name is Minacethal. I named you Minacethal. Hehehe. Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's much going on. Oh, damn, we're about to hit glow. That's not good. That's end of the year. Better put extra oomph into this time's guard duty. All of the oomph. You, Vase, and Nem formed a pretty cohesive team. So you're usually deployed during the same shift. This month, though, Vase is out with the hunting party. Instead of taking a guard post, you and Nem bond over some good-natured hazing of your temporary third party member. Fipper! No, not a Fipper. I guess 29 is better than nothing. I still beat it. Yo, I got level 2 combat. Late wet to glow. New perk. Draw an extra card at the start of challenge. Effect stacks. Neat. Toughness 80. Oof. I'm at 95 stress. I'm gonna do the smart thing and actually not work. Because I'm probably gonna need all the stress I need to push through and win whatever fight is coming up. Because I've lost every fight. I can't lose another fight. I just can't. So we're gonna go and relax in the park. You play with your Vriki, Minas, Ethel, hanging out with them just outside the walls. It's uneventful, which is exactly what you need. You try to teach them some simple commands. Stay, follow, speak. It's adorable. Watching them tilt their head from side to side when they're trying to figure something out. They don't seem to really get it, but you get the impression they're trying. You quickly realize the Vriki must be named after the sound they make when they're happy. A whirring clicking noise for a weird spider tentacle creature. It's pretty cute. You visit your mom's garden. There's a small shrine set in memory of her and your father. Her flowers, his old boots. On Earth, they used to put whole bodies in the boxes and bury them underground. The colony always skipped the decomposition step, using a process to quickly render bodies into nutrient-rich mulch. Your mom and dad stipulated that their remains would be used here, added to the dirt they tended so lovingly in life. Sitting here, they feel like they could be just around the corner. You spend time talking in the general direction of the shrine about how much you miss your mom and dad and how unfair it is that they died so young. I know that feeling. My mom went way too young. My a-hole, but dad's still going though. You know that whole colony is the whole colony is your family, but being orphaned at 16 is still a heavy blow. You manage your mom. You imagine your mom ruffling your hair and telling you to toughen up, getting a warm bear hug from your dad. Your footsteps behind you and the creaking of the little garden gate. Cal kneels beside you and gazes at the shrine. I miss him too. Sorry. I miss him too. He mutters, I know I already have more parents than the average person, but your mom and dad were kind of like my parents too. They taught me everything I knew about agriculture and how to care for animals. He smiles sadly. I hope I can be half the farmer they were. I think this is the part where I'd fall to pieces. Your parents are gone, and they're not coming back. It's all too much. Most of the time you can keep together, but something will happen that reminds you of them, and it all comes crashing back over you, swallowing you up in grief. Carl holds you, but you don't think anything will ever take this pain away. I'd also be a person who'd think of the future. Cal sighs. Me, I think. That makes sense. Well, no one really wanted the job. Cal replies. He scratches his fingers in the loomy dirt as he speaks. Your parents were kind of, well, without them, no one really comes close. Most everyone else who works in geoponics are just semi-skilled workers who don't know as much about the actual science as they did. They really pushed me to learn that stuff, too, he says. You know, nitrogen cycles, soil chemistry, veterinary science. So I guess everyone just kind of thought I could train up at it. He sighs and rubs his chin, leaving an earthly smear. It's not that it's not like I want the job, he admits. I mean, I'm only 18. What do I know about running a farm? But the way the others in geoponics talk about it, it's like they think it's cursed. He stops and smiles apologetically. Sorry. I'm sure it's not actually cursed. Well, mostly. Cal continues. Everyone here's just doing the same job they always were. Supposed to go to council meetings, but I just let them make decisions and they tell me what to do. You and Cal sit and contemplate your parents' memorial shrine for a while longer. Eventually, Cal has to get back to work. He lets you know it's okay to take the day off if you need to. Like, yes, this is a low card, but this can allow me to turn any other card into another card. So we're keeping it. We're keeping the memories. You awake to the soothing sound of your dad's voice. Then you remember he's gone. You wonder how long it's been. How long it will be before you stop expecting him to be there. You're lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window, when you hear the deep thump resonate through the ground. Then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of glowing dust to sift through the air. Through your window you hear voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are two massive faceless. I'm gonna have to up my bravery at this point. You grab a plas rifle and report to the front, where a line of soldiers have taken up arms and are waiting for orders. The colony prepares to defend itself against the two building-scale faceless, as well as a teeming swarm of smaller xeno that seethe towards you. Hold steady, orders Security Deputy Red. Keep the line. No! No. Governor Lum yells, running from the front gates to the front of the defensive line. He elbows Rit out of the way and waves his arms wildly. Bring them closer! Draw them in! Ret stops himself from shoving Lum back, but just barely, you can tell. Are you serious? He retorts. We can't let any of them further into the colony. We're going to fight them on our territory. Lum, we're going to fight them on our territory! Lum cries, raising his plas rifle over his head with one hand. We have the walls. Let's use them. We'll let them come inside and pick them off one by one. We can't pick off the faceless! Rhett sputters from the sidelines. Lum smiles maniacally. You can see the gleam of his teeth from here. I have a plan, he roars. Just follow my lead! And with that, he turns and begins to run forward towards the approaching animals, roaring, taunts, and fires wildly into the fray, drawing them close. It's a perception challenge. At a loss, Rhett motions you to fall back and let the animals approach. The area just inside the gates becomes a swirl of melee, of smaller xenos and plas rifle fire, the two faceless lumbering slowly behind. Seven, 4, 'Redraw my hand. $44, huh? But you give me 17? Are you serious? And then I push through to be victorious. I take stress, though, to do it. You're not exactly a professional soldier, but you manage to hold your own against the Xenos. Even though you still scream and retreat when something gets too close, you don't injure any humans with your plasma rifle, at least. Out of the artillery smoke wafting over the battlefield, Lum comes running. Here they come! Here they come! He shouts joyfully and plows through the gates with the two faces galloping behind him. It's without a doubt idiotic and horrendously dangerous. You can't help it. You hit record on your holopalm and filled the entire chaos. You catch a glimpse of Chief Rhett putting his hand over his face and sighing. The squad of Helio soldiers take up the charge and help shepherd the Faceless into the open area in the middle of the colony. You have horrid flashbacks to the first time you saw Faceless in the walls. The looks of the faces of the other Stratos. You're not the only one. Then, you're all thrown to the ground by a tremendous explosion. Fire engulfs the center square, roasting the two Faceless in an inferno that blasts the sweat from your pores. Rocks of chunk and dirt patter all around you. With the occasional thunk of burning mushwood, those soldiers nearest the blaze all recoil in surprise. Clearly no one but Lum knew that the square had been rigged with explosives. You don't think anyone was caught in the blast, but it was close. Lum stands before the blaze, laughing and firing at the two tortured Faceless as they roast to death. You raise your holopalm to capture the image, his silhouette dark in the column of flame smoke. It was ridiculously dangerous and stupid, but it does look pretty cool in your recorded footage. People filter from their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression team is turned on the square, revealing the charred corpse of two Faceless. Need colony defense 7 or greater. Utopia walks with a reclamation team, hauling an industrial plas cutter on a hoverlift. Did he use the mining explosives? Utopia says in awe. Mighty Bolta? Those things'll blow a hole in a mountain, or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish he could have saved them for mining. That must have been the last of them. And we sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blast crater to carve up the Faceless for recycling. Unfortunately, the colony wasn't prepared for such an attack of this magnitude, or the havoc of Governor Lum brought down with the explosives. While everyone was distracted by the pyrotechnics, Xenos got in one of the greenhouses and destroyed next season's seedlings. And not all the explosives went off. As Utopia's team starts their cleanup, a stray charge suddenly explodes across the field. Shrapnel zips past you and everyone dives for cover. A piece hits you in the thigh. Yeffing stars, ouch! As you gingerly check the nasty burn on your leg, you consider that if Utopia's right, at least the garrison's out of explosives to play with. You can't just nanoprint more unstable molecules like those. But how will the colony defend itself through next attack? Physical skills reduced by 1. Heal by relaxing. So, I'm still good. Yo! Look at my bro. Damn, Cal, you looking fine. Cal is holding an ice pack to his face. Hey, Solomnika. He greets you, giving you a half-hearted wave. Don't worry, he says, indicating the swelling scrap across his cheek. Kinda weird how me and Rex get so clumsy around the Helio kids, huh? He gives you a significant look. God damn, everyone's got a new look. This is our winter. Like, damn. Dude! Holy shit, you shed the hood! You're a certified hottie! Holy shit! Bidar! Stop moving! Holy shit. Dis has found a perfect-sized rock for sitting and is making good use of it. He ignores you as you approach, bobbing his head to music coming through his ear speak. When he sees you, he scowls. What do you want, Solomnika? Care to go to the restricted area? You dare Dis to explore the creepiest, darkest parts of engineering. Deep down, where even Chief Engineer Innocence doesn't go. Under the recycling room, where you say there are ghosts. You set the mood, sneak around behind him. Your hollow palm flashing under your face. Shout, boo! Rolls his eyes. Solomnika, think about it. If there were ghosts on this spaceship, one of them would be my mom. Oh, yeah. I guess that would scare a normal person, but Dis isn't scared of anything. He had to bring down the mood. I'm a mood killer. I'm not chatting with you. You're a dum-dum. Holy shit! Oh my god! Be still, my heart! Holy shit, she looks good. Oh my god. You spot Nem halfway up the garrison watchtower. Her legs wrapped around the scaffolding as she cranes to look over the fence through a pair of holoculars. You clear your throat and she peers down and waves at you. Solomnika, come up here. I want to ask you something. You clamber easily up the scaffolding. Nem gives you a high five. Here, look at these. Nem says, shoving the holoculars into your hands. You raise them to your eyes and look where she points, a long way out, much further than the expeditions are going. You spot a dark humanoid shape moving through the towering fungal forests. See him? Nem asks. It's Des. I swear it is. He's always sneaking over the walls. So what? Nem stares at you. So what? She repeats, aghast. He's gonna get in trouble. Only if you tell on him. Well, yeah, Nem sputters. But someone should. The adults say we're not supposed to go outside the colony unless it's on an expedition. Nem says, taking the holoculars back and looping them around her neck. And Des just goes wherever he wants. What if he gets hurt? What if he dies? She wrinkles her nose. What if he picks up a weird alien disease and comes back with 3 heads? God, like I know I'm doing the whole character bit, but I am legit lost in her eyes. Holy shit. Those eyes are God. Damn. Nem scratches her cheek, where acne makes her skin dry and sore looking. Oh. She mutters as bits flake off. I just don't know what to do about it. She says, what do you think? Let's go after him. Nem stares at you like you'd turn green. What? She exclaims. Outside the colony? By ourselves? No way, nuh-uh. Nem shakes her head. Nope, not even a little bit. No one would notice if we were gone. Nope, nope, Ian, nope. Nem sings songs. Come on, live a little. Nem punches you lightly in the arm. International House of Nope, dude. She says, we're gonna die a little if we go out there. The colony's got rules for a reason. Nem says, staring off into the wilderness. If we do our own thing and don't care about the rules, we're all gonna be toast. Kinda like a sports ball team. We're all doing different stuff, but we all gotta play by the same rules. So we can get as many points as we can. An enemy, Salamnika. You look down at the guard, where a passing colonist is waving at you. You two get down from there. It's not safe. Okay, sorry, I'm on watch. She shouts back, indicating her holoculars. She shouts you with a smile. I guess we should get inside the watchtower, eh? You both climb the rest of the way to the guard platform. Nem heaves herself over the edge and reaches down to help you up. And you notice that her hands are all banged up and scabbed all over with blue scales. Probably from scampering all over the place the way she does. She notices you looking and laughs awkwardly. She runs her hand through her fluffy hair. Maybe if I get beat up enough, I'll have so many scales I won't have any more acne. She jokes. Yo, my friend be looking fine. Like, damn. She got her hair back. She looks so hot. Like, damn. So, we're at war then, Tang says, fiddling with her microscope. I'm of mixed feelings. First of all, nature has been at war with us since the day we landed. So if it takes an official declaration in order to secure more resources for engineering, I accept it. Welcome to the good fight, administration. She pulls back from the microscope and blinks, rubbing her eyes. On the other hand, it's ridiculous to declare war on an intangible enemy. One may as well declare war on aging. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Where's my cat boy? Yeah, I'm not talking to you. The cat boy is not here. That's not cool. That's not fair. Cat boy! Cat boy, cat boy, cat boy! Oh, dude! Dude! $40 empathy. I don't have enough. Over the years, a lot of people started wearing a lot less clothing than you remember from when you were growing up in the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than the holovids you brought from Earth. Rex, though. Rex has really acclimated to Rotumnia's hot, sultry weather. Oh, Rex throws his head back and laughs so loud it echoes through the courtyard. Oh, he howls. Ah, ah, oh. You both giggle, then lock eyes for a few seconds that feel like literal months. Mostly, Rex fixes you with a fangy smile and scratches the back of his head. It does nice things to his whole chest, shoulder, bicep situation. So, you like what you see, huh? He leans in, like sharing a secret. Me too. He whispers, then winks at you. I also want hugs. I want hugs. Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body to you. He smells warm and a little spicy, like clean sweat and sunshine. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. +2 friendship with Rex. +2 friendship with Rex. God damn, he's so hot. He's just so damn hot and he knows how to flaunt it. Ugh, my bidar goes off. Hey, look at my new friend. She looks pretty cool. You find Nami Nami in the lounge, flanked by 2 hollow screens and doodling in a sketchbook with real paper. One hollow screen is playing an animated kids show, while the other is a wall of text that looks like it might be a translation guide of some kind. Nami's attention moves toward the 3 easily. Multitasker. That's a good thing to have. When they see you, they jump and quickly close their hollow screens, sitting straight up and clutching their sketchbook to their chest. Salomnika. They giggle, rubbing the back of their head tremblingly. How you doing? It's okay. You can watch cartoons here. Nomi relaxes a little, breathing an exaggerated sigh of relief. Good, because I really like cartoons. Nomi sets their sketchbook aside and looks around conspiratorially. I thought you were going to bust me for jailbreaking my holopad, they said. All the Helio kids have restrictions on what they can watch and for how long. You guys have so many more cartoons than we had. Nomi throws her arms in the air. Like the first season of Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform. What? I loved... Where's the thing that thinks that? I love Turbo Hyperjet Transform. What? Nomi cries, slapping her hands on her cheeks. Really? It's the best cartoon ever made. What else has schoolgirls who look like aircraft from the waist down, battling evil aliens while dealing with the stresses of high school life? You have to agree, you were pretty fond of the arc in the 3rd season where Kamiya and Otoko disagreed about whether Haruka could truly be considered a hyperjet if she was part helicopter. The Helio Media Archive only has Season 2, though. Season 2 through 9. And only 3 of the OVAs. Nomi says, putting their cheeks out. I can't believe the 4th OVA. Flight Captain Yumiko gets captured by the aliens and brainwashed into thinking she's been an alien sleeper agent the whole time. You haven't seen the 1st season? Nomi shrugs and pokes one finger into her cheek. Spaceship kids make do. You don't have to know everything about something in order to call yourself a fan, Nomi continues. Just liking it with all your heart is good enough. Nomi laughs and flips over their sketchbook, showing off some of their drawings. I was drawing some fan art of the show, they say. Well, it's more kind of fan art, okay? It's really more like, if I was a character in Hypergirl Turbojet Transform, what kind of aircraft would you be? Nomi blinks at you, clearly stunned by her interest. Oh, well, okay, any kind of, you see, a cool aircraft has already been taken, and it's rude to be the double. They press their tips to the index fingers together and look thoughtful. Sometimes I draw myself, my character, it's something weird, like a hot air balloon, but then I think, it'd be kind of cool if it was like regular human with a turbo girl hyperjets? I feel her nerd energy coursing through me. Let's go. Cartoon anime nerds for life. But I need more combat. Ow. Lookout duty. Guard duty. God damn. I dislike him, but that hair. That hair is so fine. Like, damn. That hair is so cool. You, Vase, and them are all posted on guard duty together. It's pretty peaceful this time of year, so you're killing time at the firing range. Vase, though, will take any reason to show off. I was the best sharpshooter on the heliopause. He boasts, lining up his next shot. Even against the adults, no one could lay a finger on me. Oh no, I got the hiccups back with the burpees. Nem stares at him with open admiration. Wow. Wow, she says. How did you get so good, Van? Vase? Why is it red? Hers is orange, not red. Why are they color matching? Stop color matching! This is weird. Vase fires his plasma rifle, filling the air with the zap of ozone and obliterating the hollow target at the end of the range. Nothing special, he says. Some people are just naturally talented. He sidles closer to her, his head tilted proudly. Nem goes red and clutches her plasma rifle to her chest. I could show you some of my other skills if you want. Give it a rest. Oi, sorry, hiccup. You were here for 5 years before they even arrived. This is your planet, not his. You remind him of this, and he rolls his eyes. That's the problem with you settler folk. He says, you think survival is just one big game of finders keepers, but it's actually survival of the fittest. He gestures to you 3 of your guns. Oi. What do you think we're even training for? Typical! Ugh. It's your 17th birthday, but it's not just your birthday. Choir is a time of new growth, a celebration of life and hope. Not for just this year, but for humanity's presence on Vertemna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally, you are the future of humanity. Oh, stop. Hiccup. Stop. As you're all beginning to take your places as adults in the colony has decided to throw a party in your honor, the Vertumnan Youth Ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get an embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door. I guess I could go. Stop that hiccup, please. If anyone's got remedies that actually work, because I think I've gained tolerance to my water drinking strat, where I take a mouthful of water, then I drink a bit of it. Wait a second, drink a bit of it. Wait a second, drink a bit of it. I think I've gained tolerance to that. Anyone got any unique ideas? Because mine do not work anymore, it appears. Help appreciated down in a comment. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge. Lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves and yourself specifically. It is your birthday. She made my birthday about other people. That bitch. How dare? What a bitch. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of nano printer credits. Your friends are transformed, too. Everyone is dressed up and looking like young adults. You're like the young adults you're becoming. You can hardly recognize some of them. Mars catches your eye and waves. Her bangles jingling joyfully. She looks like a model from her... apologies, folks. From her holomegs, every inch of her primed, painted, and perfumed. Solemnica, happy birthday! And I'm glad you could make it, she says, over a steady thum of the music. Drinks are over there. Make your song your song requests to congruence and take off your shoes. You look down at your boots, then back up to Mars skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Sock hop, just like Earth. Duh. Duh. God. Stop. Overload. No. Stop it. Overload. No. Stop it. That's not fair. 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 They're too hot guys. One's like family, though. The other is just... Oh, good God, that guy. Oh, good God, the dog boy. No, I just want to pet him. I want to give him another hug. But Cal does have the kind of rugged appeal. Whereas our good old boy has straight up sex appeal. At the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food, and Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch in your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says, pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. Oy, he winks at you. Don't let them fool you. Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a gob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented phenomenon that people inexperienced with imbibing alcohol begin to act as if they're drunk, even if they're completely sober. Hiccups. Stop. You're ruining it. Stop it. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course. That's... I mean... of course, that I'm not going to suffer any bad behavior. Rex grins as she pulls a flask out of his waist and pours a healthy addition into his glass. Stop. Hiccups. Ruining my stream. Who says it's gonna be an act? Let's get a little closer. Come on. It's a party. The music changes to something with a fast, pouncing beat. Rex throws his head back and howls. Woo! It's time to dance. I'm thinking I'm just going to hang back with my friends. Rex and Mars take to the dance floor, joined by Nem and a reluctant-looking Vase. No! You stay behind with the others to watch, still marveling at how mature your friends seem tonight. They've transformed, like grody little grubs, into beautiful Dorbs moths. Ay, those are words and a half. Dis shows up late and skulks around the outside of the lounge, eventually coming to pick up food on the table. Keeps his distance from Tangent. Ay, hiccups, stop. Cal eventually heeds the siren's call at the dance floor and saunters over to join the others. You're left making somewhat awkward small talk about the food with the two siblings. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're family. Damn. They definitely have their own types of fashion, but damn! Ugh. If only. If only. I'll say nothing more than that. Nomi, who's playing DJ with congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull him in close, they announce dreamily, or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with. Well, Tangent's my friend. Nem is the one who I'm after. Nem smiles and dances with you, clearly not taking it too seriously. She steps on your toes a few times, apologizes, and then spends the rest of the time making honking noises at opportune moments in the song to mess with the heartfelt lyrics. You join in and giggle your way through the rest of the song. After your dance, she politely excuses herself and goes to dance with Vase. You see them making out on the dance floor a few minutes later. After the song slows, Nomi spins congruence music library. Something with a little more bounce to it. The dance floor, once more, floods with bodies ready to gyrate the night away. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Lum's here speak jacking the feed. He strides on stage, flanked by Security Chief Rhett. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison at having some buzzkill adult stop the music. But Lum just raises his hands and smiles indulgently. Look at all of you, he says. Young pioneers! I look at you and I see the future. Not just of this colony, but of all humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this one before. Rhett here, good man. A real good man. Really, the best of the colony. Shared this poem from the great Earth poet. Lum continues. Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but damn if it's not something I want to share with you kids tonight on an evening of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from the holopalm. We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We the youthful, sinewy races. All the rest on us depend. Down the dredges, through the passes, up the mountains steep, conquering, holding, daring, venturing as we go, the unknown ways, pioneers, oh pioneers. We primeval forests felling, we the rivers steaming, vexing, we, and piercing deep the mines within. We the surface broad surviving, we the virgin soil upheaving, pioneers, oh pioneers. It's bullshit. Rhett looks a little pained, but Lum continues. What do you think of that poem means, kids? He asks. Does it mean we should sit here in our colony, politely waiting for this planet to make a space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. No! He exclaims. It means we need to get out there. We need to grab Vertumna by the balls and make it respect us. He points to you specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions to get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them, no more hiding in the walls. To your left, Tavesa and Nem lead cheering that erupts. Lum and Rhett leave the music, let the music leave, and the music spins back up. Only a few diehard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else is broken to small groups and disgusting elements. You are. Angry. This is bullshit, Cal exclaims, causing a few heads to turn. They're not even going to try and figure out why the animals are attacking us. They're not going to kill. They're just going to kill, and kill. He waves his arms over his head. Aren't we supposed to be better than that? Dis clearly agrees, though, much more quietly. They don't even know what's out there. He mutters, they have no idea what they're up against. The party fizzles out as everyone drifts away from the lounge. You return to your empty quarters, your birthday forgotten. You've always been told the colony was safe. Now, you know that time's over. Well, looks like I'm gonna be single. That fucking sucks. He's such a fucking asshole. What is he like in him? Doesn't make any sense. Not to me, at least. My reasoning is already through the charts. Seriously, why is engineering 1 reasoning it's 2? Don't make much sense. But let's start up my engineering. You look over at Nomi's holopalm during class and are surprised to see that her screen's full of angular doodles. They explained that people on Earth used to pretend to see pictures in the stars and that Vertumna should have its own constellations. It's not exactly astronomy, but they're obviously happy to be able to draw in class. The value is wild. Hmm. I'll give up stress, I guess. Engineers should give me more than one engineering. Dagnabbit. To further your engineering knowledge, you're taking a mini class with Chief Engineer Instance on the constitution and maintenance of your holopalms. These devices are engineered bismuth crystals embedded in your palms when you start school. They use the heat and electricity current of the human body to power themselves, to talk with each other and connect to the HoloNet, Congruence's massive repository of information. You can barely remember life before yours. Holopalms were commonplace. Holopalms were commonplace by the time the Vertumna group first formed on Earth, and the square bismuth is grown in the lab. Instance explains. So the physical device itself isn't hard to maintain. The device is in the display and touch interface. Instance opens her holopalm, displaying a visible projected screen floating above her palm. As chief engineer, she also has one of the fancier versions that combines with a pair of eyeglasses to superimpose a projection right onto what she sees. The interface relies on plasma voxel generators, which require an extremely small components that are impossible to nanoprint. The materials will have to be mined from Vertumna itself. Tang raises her hand. Is it impossible to hack these devices? She asks, if the biological/electrical interface is so thin, is it possible to hack the human body? In a way, we've already begun to hack the human body, Instance replies. What you call gene tech. Everything the body does and is capable of depends on 4 nucleobases in different configurations. It's no different than congruence. Human and artificial intelligence are both built for a limited code and are transformed into more by the building. Your genetic enhancements, super hearing, sight, temperature regulation, increased resistance to fear, disease, fatigue, all present in the human genome and unlocked by the power of science. The class splits into working groups to explore installing modules on your holopalm. You and Tangent are in a group together. She begins installing a mod that will let her scan inorganic materials to get a reading on their chemical structure. Try to remove the holopalm. Whoa. That sounds dangerous. We're gonna download a mod. Tang raises an eyebrow impressed. What module are you gonna choose? A bacteria sniffing sensor. Ding! Your holopalm can now help you analyze the presence of over 2,000 different kinds of bacteria and other unicellular organisms. This should be helpful in your studies in biology, mycology, and medicine. Go! I completed a blue challenge with red cards. Not bad. Hey, friendo. Hold up. Oh, you change what you have to say. Yo, hey, bro. Can I get a hug? Hug. Rex folds into his arms, bending his whole body to you. He smells warm and spicy. You feel a little more relaxed. So it doesn't affect my stress, but it does help me relax. Supply depot. The cake is a literal just +8. I'm surprised the uptight bish is alive. I'm surprised you were alive still. Like, oh damn. Nomi's camping out in the lounge. Her holopad screen spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen, there's a collection of photos of a manticore. Nemi looks between the two screens, her brow furrowed in concentration, as they scribble directly onto the screen with a stylus. Well, Nemi replies thoughtfully, I wanted to write and illustrate a story about aliens. Like in Turbo Girl Hypojet Transformation, except using the Xenos here on Phantomna, like manticores and faceless and stuff. But they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead. Sounds cool. Thanks, Nomi chirps, scribbling happily at her drawing. I got the idea from the second Turbo Girl Hyperjet OVA. You know, the one where the Medusa demons show up and the aliens from the Turbo Girls have to band together to defeat the common enemy. I remember that part. Nomi looks at you with a start. Oh! They exclaim. That reminds me. So, I'm trying to brush up on my Xeno anatomy, and I'm totally fine with writing, but they blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs. I kind of haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know, to make it go pop, pop. And I want to make sure that I'm being, you know, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So I was wondering if you could help me with some of the world building. Don't want to be associated with this? Nah, I'm helping you, girl. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Nomi with their story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. You feel really proud of what you've accomplished together. Well, nah, I need that engineering to go up. How much more do I need for engineering? Just one more. One more learning of engineering. 50 engineering. 50 biology. Good God. It's a lot of engineering required. That's half the bar. We'll do one more month of this. You help Nomi with their physics and math homework this month. They're as hopeless as ever, but they really want to do well in class. Their dedication is admirable, even if their execution is usually a disaster. Cha-cha-ching! I did it with a bunch of red cards. Random card locked in one slot. Just so happened to be a really good card. Hehe. Oh, that was 5 engineering. Yo, not bad. I don't need the extra reasoning, though. Draw an extra card at the start of challenges. The effect stacks. Yo, I do that twice now. I need some time off. The view from the top of the towers is stunning. In almost every direction you see the untouched beauty of Vertumna split out before you. Well, except for when they cut down a bunch of mush trees. When the expedition vehicles have churned up the dirt and where the drainage system has made a big muddy puddle and now tutoring for the big test is a very powerful card. Even if it's a +1. +3 to all other blue cards is an insane buff. So we're keeping it. You're browsing the colony bulletin board for Holopalm. Oh, on your Holopalm over breakfast when you notice a new post from Nomi. It seems like a short story. The title is Xenos to the Rescue. Oh boy. You open the story and read through it. Wow, it's actually pretty good. Noam did a great job of grounding the unrealistic premise of talking manticores with relatable characters and a strong emotional story. With your help on some of the finer details, Nomi's written something that truly elevates the art form. 25 kudos. Yo, you get the notification from your Hall Palm that you've received some kudos along with a message from Nomi. Thanks for the help, Salamnika. Here are your royalties. I got paid for that? Yo. Cool. Well, now I have one in engineering. Time to crack my biology. Today in class, you're studying genetic enhancements. Nearly everyone in the class has one, chosen for them by their parents before they were even born. Our gene tech is capable of making the most delicate adjustments to an embryo's genetic code, Instance says, proudly. It doesn't take much to change not only our own destiny, but that of the human race itself. She smiles a little at Tang, who smiles back. Looking around the class, you can see an incredible array of genetic modifications, animal features, enhanced sensory organs, and the like, and there's much more that you can't see. Instant gestures around the room. You may not even be aware of some of the genetic modifications of your friends. If you have an invisible modification, feel free to share it with the class. Most of the kids share their genetic enhancements, if they have them. Temperature doesn't bother me. Cal answers when it's his turn. I'm never too hot or too cold. I'm always just right. Someone jokes that Cal doesn't sweat. That explains why he smells like flowers and sunshine all the time. Tang keeps quiet and skips her turn to share. It's okay to have secrets, Tang. You're sitting close enough to Tang that it's easy to lean over and tell her she doesn't have to be ashamed. She rolls her eyes. I don't care who knows, she scoffs. I just don't want to make anyone jealous. I sleep half as much as a regular person. It's unbelievable how much their lives just waste being unconscious. It's sad, really. That's pretty cool. No it's not, Tang replies. It's just how I am. Quit being so weird, Salamnika. And there's my 32. The value became 4, and then you got a plus for... Yo, not bad. Card is wild, yo. Six in biology, not bad. Oy. Well, new month. Time to talk to some of my friends. You spot Tang sitting on a large boulder outside the lab. She's eating a pressed soy bar ration with determination, alternate bites with huge gulps of water to wash it down as quickly as possible. She stops her grim work long enough to acknowledge your question. I hit the limit on the number of consecutive hours they'll allow me to work in the lab, so I'm taking a break. How dare! That's what I said, Tang replies. They just think they can boss me around because I'm younger. She scoffs. I'm smarter than any two of them combined. Ugh. Tang groans and rubs her bloodshot eyes. I just want to work, you know. So frustrating to be deep in the zone and feel like I'm just about on the precipice of a discovery. Someone tells me that apparently my genius is taking too long. I want them to treat me like I belong there, the way Dr. Instance does. Tang mutters. She actually respects me. They're just jealous that she's more like me. She likes me more. Tang slides off the boulder and you can see the color bleed from her face as she stumbles into you, nearly crumpling to the ground. Oh, she grits out, leaning over her the dizziness passes. I thought the nutritional uptick of that bar would be quicker than a real meal, especially after taking into account the time required to walk to the cafeteria. She trails off, realizing she's clutching your jacket, and pushes you away. My apologies, she says, pushing herself off. I am, regrettably, it seems, only human. Tang scrubs her hands over her face. Ugh, sometimes it feels like I'm a prisoner in my own body, like I can feel myself trapped in it. This stinking, sweating bag of meat and bad impulses, stuck with the burdens of keeping it alive every day in the rest of my life, and voice breaks. Are you crying? Tang scowls and wipes her eyes angrily. Reflexive lacrimation is an evolutionary response of emotional and physical stress, she snaps. In other words, no, I am not crying. It's just the resentment for my physical form. It reminds me when I was little. An instance used to use the gene tech to give me this body, the right body. Only this body's wrong too, she adds quietly. It's right in a lot of ways, but it's still imperfect. It's still human. If I were an AI, everything would be more simple. I could just do my work. I could just do what I'm good at. No messy biological functions, no emotions, just clear and beautiful purpose. I hate this. She sniffles. I hate feeling like this. I'm always here to listen. Tangent manages a watery smile as she wipes her eyes. Thanks, she says. I apologize for being all wet on you. It won't happen again. Tangent focus 2. +6. Oh. That card's not going to get used. She wipes her eyes and straightens her jacket, then takes a deep breath and holds it for 10 seconds. Her eyes closed. By the time she opens them again, she looks ready to go back to work as if nothing had happened. You admire Tangent's determination, but sometimes you think it comes at a price. Where's my buddy? Where's my buddy? I really need to get my engineering going to help him. But I want hugs. Oh, yeah. But I have kudos. And the cake is a +8 card. Superhero cape. This is going to be very useful at the end of the year. You look over Nomi's shoulder and see that they're drawing a whole page dedicated to native autumnal plants. They look up at you and rub their cheek with the end of their pencil. I know we're supposed to believe in Governor Lum. They confess. My bad. They confess. But, what if we accidentally hurt the planet? What if some of the super cool plants and animals die? They look down at their page. I just think I'd be really sad if that happened. Want to make something? Nomi flaps their hand in front of their face. I do, but it's so hot in this planet, don't you think? Sure, it's different than living on a climate-controlled spaceship, but you're kind of used to it by now. Nomi snaps her fingers. Wait, we should make something to stay cool. You and Nomi brainstorm all sorts of weird and wonderful ways to stay cool. Umbrella hats, sunglasses with funny shapes, giant vats of cooling goop. They all seem too complicated. Eventually you just end up doodling on Nomi's paper and folding it to make paper fans. Sometimes the best solution is the most simple. They smile, fanning themselves with their new Turbo Girl Hyperjet Transform fan. Yo, you're cool. Let's go see what my bud's doing. Yellow flower. Alright, let's go to the valley. Let's rock that biology. You report to the expedition tent to find not just Utopia, but Security Chief Rhett and Vase as well. I can't just spare any more of my people, Utopia's explaining to them. You've already put almost pulled out all the foragers, and we're already running skint crews in the ridges as it is. There's one person you can spare, Rhett replies, turning to face you. Hello, Slumnika. How'd you like to transfer into one of my hunting parties? Utopia tells me you're one of the best explorers. We could use someone like you. He indicates Vase. I need someone who can keep up with this one. I'm not killing a living creature. Vase scoffs. Even if it was trying to kill you, I knew you Strato kids were soft. I didn't know you were suicidal, too. Not everyone's cut out for life or death situations, Rhett says, then turns to you. No, Slumnika, it's not all about killing. He continues. Sometimes it's about tracking and identifying dangerous creatures before they reach our walls. You wouldn't have to kill them. He holds up his hand, but you don't have to decide just yet. Talk to Utopia later if you change your mind. I'm here to explore, not kill. What do the yellow flowers do? +1 to a card and change it to yellow? Damn. +5 to challenges. Perception. Alright. Something around the ground here draws your attention. It's odd and lumpy. 61 is easy? Oh my god. Yep, there you go. Plus one to a card and change it to red. Interesting. Whoa, it's a Watado minefield. Underground, the recent rain has swelled, and the young melons to bursting. Better watch where you step, or you'll end up knee-deep in Watado juice. Good news, they're tasty. Take a forage. That's 3 kudos. They're so dang heavy, the calorie-to-weight ratio isn't optimal. Most are too young, but you find a ripe one. Dig it up, and roll it back to the depot. Ooh, it's the Vrakiri. Flippergo! Got some bravery. Good old freaky. Biology challenge. You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible? The only way to find out, well, there are a few ways if you're not a coward. Identify. Now that's a high card count. Ah. The superest of super goals. 2 biology. Determine these mushrooms aren't only poisonous, but explosive as well. You mark their location down your hollow palm. So other foragers know to stay clear of the area, and Utopia gives you a few kudos for the scouting. You stumble upon another squeeger hive queen and her multitude of wiggling, oozing children. You are a little afraid of her acid, but the royal jelly looks tasty. Oh, this is red. I see. Boom. Victorious. No skill change. Aw. Oh, get a good, powerful red card, though. You get in there and squeeze out some jelly from one of the Hive Queen's many holes. Somehow managing to not get sprayed too badly by her acid. Some lands on your arm and the back of your hand sizzles briefly, but you keep calm long enough to escape with your bounty. A dense cloud of pollen makes it hard to see, to even see your hand in front of your face. It's a good thing you had to have a helmet with a filter. It's not perfect though. It doesn't help with visibility. The pollen clouds eventually shift, and you're able to glimpses of the path. Find a way around. Let's go through. No problem this time. You come out of the trees in a large grassy clearing. It was, well, you can only describe as a pedestal. In the middle of the cradle flowers is a massive egg, easily larger than any egg you've seen. It's white with red flecks and it's just sitting there, middle of the empty clearing, totally unprotected. You put one foot on the pedestal, brace yourself. This thing is huge, however. As you do, the pedestal starts moving, starts growling. Its massive appendages unfurl to reveal a face of a manticore. It narrows its feline eyes at you and rumbles in warning as it stands to full, terrifying height. You figured out where the egg came from. With your arms full of egg, you can't really fight. Your choices are limited. Keep the egg and run! Mysterious stranger, help me! Yo, I got the egg! Let's go! You stumble blindly through the clearing toward the relatively safety of the trees, the cumbersome egg blocking your view of your own feet. You fall a few times, just barely managing to scramble from under the claws of the manticore. You eventually find a member of Expedition's protection squad who fires a warning shot with their Rifle over the Manicore's head. It roars in defiance and slinks into the trees. The egg's pretty addled from all the running and falling. If you were going to hatch it now, if you were going to hatch it, but you certainly won't now. You get a shit ton of kudos for it, and it's super tasty. So if I had fought it, we could have had our own manticore. I'm not trying to kill things. An absolutely anonymous tree forms part of the path here. Its roots cut natural stairs into the path, and its magnificent canopy of large, flat leaves completely blocks out the sky. They arch overhead almost to the ground on the other side. Walking under it is like going through a tunnel. In the tunnel, it's dark and gloomy, unseasonably cool, and filled with the whispering of leaves. You get the sense that something is aware of your presence. It's half the challenge right there. Thippergal! I'm super victorious. A nearby leaf unfurls and offers you 2 large nuts. You feel a sense of peace and cooperation wash over you. Like you and the tree have an understanding. Bring them to Utopia. You're a forger, after all. Utopia can figure out what to do with these. You're too worn out to continue. You go home. Two kudos in biology. This year's Vertumnale is ushered in with a big military band. Horns of drums supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage with gracious applause. Thank you, everyone. He calls out over the din. Look at you all. Look at this colony. Finally truly united. Look at... all it took was a common enemy, he declares. I look at you beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, and I see a fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay. Vertumna, do you hear me? He raises his arm and roars. Do you hear me, Vertumna? We humans are not going to hide anymore. Lum gestures the security chief of Rhett to join him on stage, then continues. The original fugitive colonists got it wrong. In Roman mythology, the Vertumnus was always the god of cultivation, not the rampant chaotic growth. He clenched his hand into a fist. We need to clear the field before we can plow it. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Rhett crosses his arms and nods in agreement. Maybe there's more to his plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his absence, Chief Administrative Seek takes the podium and clears her throat. I want to announce that this will be the last year the festival contests will be held. What? A sound of protests raised from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just shrugs, threatening, theoretically, and mouths, "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly. And then continues, this war will use our colony resources to a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time. Lum takes the stage again and soothes the crowd. I do have some good news, he declares. Starting today, the colony is going to be granting requests from people who want to have children. A happy murmur burbles through the crowd. Yes, that's right. It's time to start on the next generation of Vertumnans and secure a future for our children. Lum pumps his fist in the air. Humans! 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 Anyway, about this war on nature. I think it's stupid. Cal says immediately. I know survival's important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Mars rolls her eyes. Duh, of course you'd think that. Duh, of course you'd think that. She mutters, personally, I think Lum's a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me? What is he, like, 24? And everyone listens to him. She flips her hair over her shoulder. They should listen to me instead. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games. The last one, maybe forever. This war on nature never ends. You'll probably be an adult. As your friends will separate into their usual games, you realize this may be the last time that you just get to be kids. I'm gonna skip these games. You're off to the wall. This is already there, having slipped away sometime during the speeches. I hate this colony, he mutters. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the humans' offensive against the planet. And with that, we have reached the end of today's episode. I thank anyone who has shown up to watch the videos. A lot has actually happened. The girl we were courting, clearly not interested in us. Interested in the dumbass who likes combat. Thankfully, we still got the hunkety hunk that is good old dog boy here. Good old Rex. We went from maxing out our combat, as I thought we would, to upping our engineering and biology. And going on a little adventure. So, without further ado, I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week, an even better month. And do remember to keep this year better than last year. Because I know that's something we can all do if we put our minds to it. So, if I'm not sick, mentally, or physically, or emotionally, I'll see you guys on Friday. And remember to check out the JDMR, where me and a few of my friends hang out and make some dumb videos. See you guys. Bye.